This is the story of what truly shocked German prisoners when they arrived in America in 1944. They marched into captivity expecting torture, hunger, humiliation. Years of Nazi propaganda had taught them that the Americans were savages, that capture meant death. But the moment their boots touched American soil, everything they believed about the enemy began to fall apart. The journey started with fear. From Tunisia, Normandy, and the Ardennes, thousands of German soldiers were rounded up, loaded onto ships, and sent across the Atlantic. Many thought they were being taken to secret execution camps. Others believed they would be thrown overboard, disappearing into the ocean with no record of their fate. But what awaited them was not hatred. It wasn't rage. It was silence. American civilians didn't scream at them. They didn't throw stones. They didn't even come out to watch. To the locals, the prisoners were just men passing through workers, not monsters. And for the Germans, that indifference was terrifying, because it meant the enemy didn't fear them, didn't hate them, didn't care. But the shock deepened when they entered the camps. Instead of brutality, they found beds, blankets, hot showers, 3 meals a day, so much food that many POWs actually gained weight during captivity. They found soccer fields, workshops, libraries, even orchestras. Some prisoners wrote home saying, "We are living better here than many Germans at home." And they weren't wrong. Germany was starving, cities were burning, civilians were living among ruins. But German prisoners in the United States were eating beef, eggs, milk, fruit, things they hadn't tasted in years. To them, America was not the enemy. America was a world they never knew existed. And then came the shock that cut deeper than any battlefield defeat. When German POW work details were sent into local towns, they saw American Jews, shop owners, teachers, families living peacefully among everyone else. Not hunted, not segregated, not marked with stars. Just living. To soldiers raised under Hitler's ideology, it was like stepping into another universe. One prisoner later wrote, "If this is how Jews live in America, then everything we were taught was a lie." Inside the camps, the illusion shattered further. Some American guards were Jews. They spoke German. They followed the rules. They treated the prisoners firmly but fairly. One guard, whose entire family had died in Europe, was known for giving extra bread to hungry prisoners. A POW wrote, "I could not understand him. He owed us nothing, yet he treated us like men." For many German soldiers, this was the moment the war changed. Not on a map, not through a battle, but inside their own minds. The propaganda they had believed for years collapsed. The image of the enemy dissolved. And what replaced it was a painful truth. They had fought for a regime that dehumanized them, and been captured by a nation that refused to do the same. By 1945, when the camps began emptying, many POWs didn't want to return. Not because they feared punishment, but because America had shown them something dangerous to any dictatorship. A life without fear. A country where even the enemy was treated with dignity. Many former POWs later became teachers, mayors, or political leaders in the new Germany. They carried home a memory that changed them forever. A memory of discovering that the enemy they feared was more humane than the regime they served. This is what shocked them in 1944. Not America's strength, not America's weapons, but America's humanity. Because sometimes the most powerful blow in war isn't delivered by force, but by the truth you allow your enemy to see.